Well, hello there, beautiful. I am here today to dive into a really big topic about cravings and particularly craving of sweet. I'd like to unravel this topic so that you can better understand how your biology works so that you can actually stop craving sweet. So these videos are intended to be bite-sized little pieces of inspiration, motivation, and information so that you can live your best life from the inside out. I'm Charlene Stiles, if you don't know me, and I want to help you today understand why you're having sweet cravings and how you can kick them to the curb. First, I think it's really important to understand that how sugar works from a biological perspective. Most people that I deal with think that their cravings have to do with willpower. I want to just enforce the fact that it's our biology that gets us to crave sugar, not your willpower. So first, let's understand how it actually works in our system so that we can override this little loop. So once you have a little sugar, you are going to want more. That is just how we are wired. There are two neural pathways or neural circuits that happen when we ingest sugar. One is that detects the sugar's nutritive value. The other one detects its taste, its level of sweetness. Both of those result in a dopamine release and want us to have more. That is biology. So it's not your willpower that's the problem. It's our circuitry. That is how things are wired. So I want you to understand that it's not your fault. This is just your biology. So having even a little bit of sugar is going to want us to have more. So unpopular opinion here, even if it is healthy. So even if you are not adding, white sugar to something, this is why companies will often hide sweetness in or some level of sugar in all kinds of products because it wants us and gets us to crave more. This is a known fact. So even if you're using natural sweeteners that you think are healthy and which are and have some nutritional value to them, things like honey, maple syrup, coconut sugar, even things that don't have an impact on our blood sugar. So things like sugar alcohols or stevia, xylitol, those sorts of things, monk fruit, even though they may not impact our blood sugar levels, they are affecting our neural circuitry, which gets us to want more. So I know that's a very unpopular opinion, but what do? The way that we get around this, the fix, there is no nice, sexy way or way to negotiate or barter with the system. The best way to stop sugar cravings and sweet cravings is to stop having things that are sweet, because a little bit gets us to want more. This is not something you can kind of wean yourself off of and have just a little bit and think that that's going to suffice. You really need to stop cold turkey, pull the Band-Aid off entirely and have no additional sweeteners added. So you can use things like fruits to sweeten things or to give you that level of sweetness. You may also know that once you start cutting out sugar and sweetness from your life, your taste buds actually change. You don't have the same kind of sensation and desire for sweets that you once did, or once you introduce something sweet, it's going to feel like super sweet to you. So things that you can do is stop drinking all of your drinks, whether it's teas, lattes, coffees, anything like that. Take out the sweetener from it. Also, if you are juicing anything, whether it's fruit and vegetables or just vegetables, when we take the fiber out, we are left with what? Essentially, yes, of course, there's some minerals and vitamins and nutrients from those products, but really what happens in a liquefied state without any fiber, vegetable juice and fruit juice, and a combination of the two of them, are liquid sugar to our system. So we enter into the same neural pathway. So you may know that one of the things that I deal with is metabolic issues and hormone issues with women. And one of the key things in my work is dealing with blood sugar regulation and how foods actually affect blood sugar. So we haven't even talked about that right now in this instance. When we do ingest sugars, and in this case, what we're talking about, liquid sugars that coming from produce, like even vegetables and fruit, as I was mentioning, that is affecting our blood sugar levels. So the best way that you can have a lower impact on your blood sugar levels is to eat food in its whole natural state. So without juicing it, don't take out the fiber, have a fruit on its own and have it with a meal. That's going to lessen the impact. However, it's still my advice to take out all of the sugars, additional sugars, even healthy sugars from your diet so that you don't crave more. That is how you stop the sugar craving. If you are going to be using fruits as sweeteners and to add sweetness to your life, which I highly recommend, have them with a meal. And if you're going to ask, what is a serving of fruit? Anything that fits in your hand. Mother Nature gave us this beautiful measuring device. Put it in your hand. If it fits in your hand, that's a serving. So a handful of berries, an apple, a pear, those sorts of things, one orange, those are all things that can fit in your hand and have it with your meal. That's my advice to you today to how to kick the sweet cravings to the curb is entirely stop ingesting it. If you want to dive deeper into this topic of understanding blood sugar regulation and how insulin levels affect your metabolism and your ability to shed weight or to burn fat, I have a free resource that may be very helpful for you. I'll link it up here below, but it's the top 3 keys, in my opinion, to master your metabolism. It's free for you to dive into further. If I can support you in any other way, feel free to let me know.